Michael, thanks for joining us ahead of the Livingston game on Saturday. Just your final reflections on Sunday's game against Aberdeen, a Premier League side, but one that we really gave a good go against, and I felt 3-0 was probably a harsh scoreline on us, but we gave a good account of ourselves in the end. Is that how you saw it in the end?
No, listen, I've said it before, I think I said it on Sunday, that the first goal is always crucial in these type of games. And from our perspective, it was a slack free kick to give away, and then we don't defend the cross. I've watched it back, I remember seeing it at the time, whether it's Benny or no, but he steps out because he thinks a cutback's going to happen for Nisbet, and it falls right in that area, and it's Aaron Comrie versus Guy, so there's a physical element there as well, but really cheap goal to lose. It's something I've tried to eradicate, and it's been a wee bit of Achilles heel for us. It's being really aggressive when you're defending. But then the second goal comes in as well. Again, I think we could defend it better. I feel we're hesitant to go out and press the ball, and they managed to get a strike off at 2-0. We really came back into the game. I just feel that at that moment you've got to take your chances when they come, because you only get a couple of these kind of ISPL teams, and we just couldn't take it. And then the VAR sort of situation with the penalty, I think they got it right overall, but there'll be moments of luck that you probably need in these games. But as you said at the start of the conversation, I was really proud of the lads, and in the sense that they stuck to their task and tried to do the right things, and were brave in possession and defended when they had to defend. But on reflection, probably really cheap goals to lose in our part.
Were you encouraged by the forward play that we had, the amount of chances we created, the saves that we forced Aberdeen into? Again, I think they really needed that third goal because they knew they were in a cup tie, and that must be a real compliment to us.
No, that's it. We got the ball quicker, got the ball forward a lot quicker. We tried to ask a few more questions at Aberdeen. Young Effie's got that pace and that raw power, and it caused them a few problems. And we were just higher up as a team, and on the front foot at that stage. But we just couldn't get the goal, which is unfortunate. But plenty of stuff. I've watched back the game a few times, and I've seen plenty of stuff that hopefully bodes well moving at the business end of the season.
Livingston this weekend, just a week or two on since we played them in the SPFL Trust Trophy, a different competition and a different game, I would suspect, this weekend.
I don't think it'll be different in terms of the approach. Livingston, I said that before we played them, that they're a good side. They're big, they're physical. They ask you questions. We're getting balls in your box, so it's something that we've touched on with the lads, and you need to be really physical. You need to win your first contacts, your second contacts, but we also need to play our game as well. The surface, I hate making excuses, but I think you could probably see in terms of a passing or possession against Aberdeen that we can move the ball quicker on a decent surface. So Livingston is obviously AstroTurf, so it shouldn't be as bobbly, and it's up to the lads to start the game properly and try and do the things that we've asked to do, but also have that ruthless side and have that edge to your game, because balls will come in your box, and they've got good players. They can hurt you, they can play, they can go long, they're physical. So we need to match every aspect of Livingston to try and take it in for the game.
We didn't feel that there was much in the game when we played each other here in the Trust Trophy semi-final, as I said, a week or two ago. Do you feel that it's just about getting those fine margins on our side this weekend to make sure that we pick up the points that we need?
Yeah, but I've said it before. I think if you look across the whole of the championship, I've only been back in the kind of championship for 5-6 weeks now, but there's no a massive gulf in terms of teams, and I mean that with the greatest respect, and I think other managers and players would probably agree in that, but it's the fine details. They're the ones that kill you. It's stopping crosses in your box, it's defending crosses, it's being clever, it's being streetwise, and again, it's something that I've, there's a few experienced ones here, but there's also a lot of kind of younger ones who need to learn that side of the game, but that only comes with games and experiences and learning from your past mistakes. So, we've got a big job in our hands trying to, go to Livingston and win the game, but it's something that I've seen that a real energy in the lads as well, coming back off Sunday. And training's been really good. It's been bright. It's real high energy, and that's all I can do. I can keep trying to drive the standards every day, and the lads are buying into it. I say they're enjoying it. They're enjoying trying to learn in terms of how we want to play, but you need to have that other, as I say, streetwise, being ruthless. you know, knowing when to using your experience in the games to whether it's settling the game down, whether it's, you know, turning it down into channels, whether it's playing, whether it's stopping crossing your box, everything I've just touched on. So I'll just try to find all the elements that win you games ultimately at the end of the day. So, you know, as I said to you, that the players they've been great. They have been great. That, you know, they're no any problems. We'll just try to squeeze every ounce out of them and make them better, and ultimately try and win games. Because, listen, I've said it before, I'm under no illusions we need to win games. It's, you know, that's what, you know, keeps the confidence high. And we've had a few good performances, results indifferent, but, you know, with this next stretch of league games, it's important that we go and try and pick up as many points as we can.
How do you feel that the new guys that you've brought in have settled in and integrated into the squad and into the club in the early couple of weeks of their time here?
I just touched on that there. Me and Jordy had a chat about it. It's very difficult January when you come into a new club, and, you know, we brought 6 or 7 lads in to help the squad, to complement the squad, because I've said it before and I'll say it again, there's good players here, and it's up to me and the staff to try and, you know, get more out of them every day. But the lads have been great, you know, and I think in terms of Jeremiah's played, you know, practically most games. Archie Stevens the same. Young Effie's, you know, played a big part. You know, Connor Young comes back out of contention in terms of off the back of the cup games that he was ineligible for. Young Omar's played. Young Owen came on Saturday as well. So it's important that you can't thrust them all on at one time. It's important that they earn the right to play. You know, whether that's training, whether that's when they have got chances on the pitch to show me that they should be starting games. But it's important that we try and look after them as well, because, you know, some of them it's a first loan, some of them come out of academies, so they need to learn how we play and understand that, you know, it's not just a case of, you know, when you go on loan, you play, you need to earn the right to play, and that goes for the boys that are here, and that goes for the boys that have come in. And what that does is it gives me real problems in terms of picking my team and picking the right selection to go and win games.
And in terms of squad availability for this weekend, I think when we spoke pre-Aberdeen, it was just Matty Todd that was unavailable. Any other injury or suspension news to bring us?
Young Owen Hampson picked up a knock. Again, I'm not sure the severity of it, but it's something the physios are looking at, you know, and potentially maybe get a scan to see kind of exactly where it's at, but kind of rolled his ankle. So that's something we'll assess over, obviously, today and tomorrow. And I think he's very doubtful for Saturday. But, you know, we're hoping it's not that serious and get him back in training, back in with the squad. But other than that, all the lads have trained really well. You know, we're trying to manage our loads in terms of their work and what they're putting into it, just so we can try and be injury free, because, as I say, it's a business end of the season now, and you want to keep your squad fit and healthy, and what that does is add competition for places. So other than Matty and Young Owen, the rest of came through training fine.